We're back. 401 Sports Talk Radio, 401radionetwork.com. Again, we'd like to thank Brick House for having us in their facilities to ruin their furniture and mess up,
rearrange the decorations
and everything.
We do all that.
We'd like to thank the after party. Remember, they will be here this Thursday from 7 to 9. And they talking the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Are we going?
That's on the spot. We could.
Okay. Thank you.
We could. Just depends on.
Just remind you.
Just depends on how good, how bad, and how ugly it gets.
Schedule.
But it just depends on how good, how bad, or how ugly it gets.
Oh, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly about your comment tonight. No.
Okay. Is it gonna be?
I'm kidding.
Is it gonna be as ugly as that game was yesterday?
Man, Sunday's game. I didn't watch it, y'all. I literally watched the first quarter, and the only reason why I watched the first quarter is because my father-in-law forced me to gamble. And right. And I was hoping I was gonna win the money.
How can you get?
Because I had the number 7.
Okay.
And it ended at 0-3 or 0-0.
0-0.
Yeah, it ended up being 0. Yeah, we did the boxes, and my box was 7. Cedric's was 8. I was like, you ain't getting that.
No.
But mine was 7, right, so that's an easy number to get.
I was hoping they'd get it and then go for 2.
So crazy. Yeah, you could get 8 that way. Huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so close because they ended up getting the field goal the next quarter. So it was 0-0 for the first quarter. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I ain't win no money. Ain't no fun no more.
The crazy part about that game is the reason why I was so bad is not because it was good defense played. It's just the offense was just sorry. The offense was just not doing anything.
Wow.
And
what offense?
No offense.
On both sides.
On both sides.
See, that I don't know about that because New England was moving the ball.
They were.
What would happen is they get about at the 48
and stop,
and then they'd stall out. They kept moving the ball. They just couldn't finish drives.
Well, and another thing, remember, they came out running the ball.
Yeah,
they came out and then they just stopped running the ball.
And they got an interception and everything. I was like, okay, this might be a good game.
No, well,
downhill after that.
Because I told you guys last week, golf was not about to be able to. He wasn't going to do anything.
He wasn't. No.
I saw that coming a mile away. He didn't do anything.
You had a rookie quarterback.
Not a rookie, but
you say and a rookie coach playing against
a rookie like a newlywed. They rookies for like 3 years.
No. After the first year, you on your second.
You're no longer a rookie.
No, and then you're playing against.
They should be given like a newlywed years. Like the first 3 years is they newlywed growing up period in their relationship with NFL.
Well, they're given 4 years, but some of them don't even make 4.
No. Mm-hmm. There was a stat being thrown around out there that there was like 7 or 8 quarterbacks, 25 and under. None of them had beat Belichick or Tom Brady. And that's not a coincidence.
No, I can see that.
That was part of my thinking when I went into the pick.
Mm-hmm.
The part that surprised me was how well the Rams defense played.
Well, was it the Rams defense or was it I don't think it was the Rams defense because remember, they came out running against the Rams and they just wound up stopping. I mean, the run was working and New England just decided to stop running.
Right.
And they did that throughout the whole game. We come out running. Rams was not stopping the run. The New England was stopping the young run.
Well, you know who New England looked like? You guys are going to laugh at me. They looked like the Cowboys.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
They looked exactly like the Cowboys.
They look very conservative.
Tom Brady, his little dink and dunk.
Yeah.
The difference
I agree.
The reason they call him the GOAT is because Tom gets rid of the ball quickly.
Right.
So he gives his backs and his wide receivers on his quick outs an opportunity to make a move. Dak holds the ball too long, throws it to them late, and then they already have a running head start. The linebacker, corner, whomever it is, has a running start to go tackle the running back or tight end, whoever.
Right.
Passes to.
But Dak will learn to get rid of the ball quickly.
Over time,
yeah. That comes with time. Yeah. I think
you wouldn't expect that from Brady being as seasoned as he is.
Well, but this is this is how quarterbacks start off. Anyway, Brady didn't start off getting off the ball that quick. When he took over Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, he was getting rid of it pretty quick.
No,
though.
remember, he was a part of the Tuck rule.
Well, but
because against the Raiders because he held on to the ball.
that was that play.
Yeah,
it was snowing and stuff out there.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Well, I mean, but he wasn't really getting. He learned that over time. I need to dump this thing off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, that's what quarterbacks do. The problem I have is, you're right. New England looked like their offense was just like inept, and I didn't see anything that the Rams was doing that says, okay, this is why the offense can't move. I didn't see nothing that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I still go back to, why did you stop? You came out of the game with the right attitude. Let's run it down their throat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just stopped.
They just stopped. They had to keep that momentum. We knew that from the beginning. If they didn't keep that momentum, they weren't gonna win.
I mean,
And that's exactly what happened.
and the crazy part about it, did Rams even have a chance to win that game?
Yes,
They
They had plenty of
did. They
opportunity
really
when they
did.
did.
They wouldn't be there if they didn't.
that
Yeah.
inexplicable
Well,
Nick Foles.
actually-
Nick Foles.
Nick-
Good Lord.
Jared Goff.
Jared
he's-
Goff's interception.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they went with an all-out blitz. They left one-on-one. He just didn't get enough on the ball.
On the
He
ball,
didn't get
yeah.
enough on the football. He just threw it. He didn't look or anything. He just threw it.
Was he nervous?
I think a little nerves was involved.
Oh yeah,
There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
no problem.
He didn't know how to handle that
And
pressure.
I'm sure Belichick threw a scheme at him that he wasn't
He wasn't familiar with.
familiar with, or he thought he saw something, and then all of a sudden the
wasn't
ball
there.
is snapped.
Well-
And it looks different.
And notice he couldn't get up to the line and change the play.
Mhm.
When they played against the Cowboys, they would break the huddle and he'd get to the line and see what the defense is doing, and he'd say, okay, this is the play. He couldn't do that against Belichick. He couldn't get up there and change the play like that. So that kind of confused him too.
When the second half they started taking longer out of the huddle,
Right.
because I think Tony Romo made a good point in that game. He said that at the beginning in the first half, the Rams they move fast,
Mhm.
so they were giving Belichick an opportunity to adjust
Mm-hmm.
to what he saw their formation as.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Right.
second half, if you noticed, they wouldn't come out of the break to after 17 seconds, I believe, because then you can't communicate in the head,
right.
in the helmet anymore.
You can't
So-
adjust anymore.
Right.
Right.
Mhm. I mean, but still, it really didn't do anything.
It did.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
And it's not like Belichick ever never seen it before.
Mhm.
It's like, you're not doing anything I've never seen before.
Well,
Is he the one of the best coaches in the NFL ever?
I was one of the best. He is the best in the NFL.
No,
currently.
ever.
No, not ever.
Who would you put up there? Who's your Mount Rushmore for coaches?
He's
Landry.
definitely top 5.
Is he Mount Rushmore as you got 4? Who's
Bill
your
Landry.
Mount,
Belichick.
who's your Mount Rushmore?
Landry.
Belichick's on that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he's on Mount Rushmore. If you got to pick
You got 4.
4, Landry.
Who do you
Bill
have?
Parcells.
Yeah.
How many people
I
have you
think-
saw fall up under his tree for one? The dude also can coach an offense or run offensive plays and be a defensive coordinator.
Well, I guess you got to put Parcells up there because he gave birth to
And he has
Belichick.
thank you.
Yeah, but
I was about to say that.
2 rings.
he only has 2.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yes,
Chuck
too.
Noll,
Ah,
he's got 4.
Yeah,
That's still
I
curtain.
can't deny
You can't.
that at all.
That's still curtain.
That's not a name I think of though when we talk.
Chuck Noll?
about Rushmore.
Chuck, no.
I
Shoot,
think Bill
man.
Walsh probably has to be in there.
Bill Walsh has got to be
Yeah,
up there
he's
too.
an innovator. of
That's your 3.
offense.
Yeah.
He has to be in there, definitely.
Walsh, no. Parcells, Belichick,
Belichick's definitely
and
in there.
Lombardi.
No.
okay. Why
They
is
named
not
the-
why
they
is not
named the
Landry
trophy
not
I know-
there?
I know-
Lombardi. Lombardi has to
Why
be
y'all
there.
not
Look,
including
No.
Landry?
The reason why they named the trophy is because he won the first Super Bowl.
He won the first.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's it.
why has
He
to
got
be
2. He got you got 2 Super Bowls, and that's it. You go to Washington and you suck in Washington. You are sorry in Washington. Well, I can say that, but then
And Belichick sucked
Belichick
in
sucked in Cleveland. Yeah,
Thank you.
but it's Cleveland.
I said,
No,
So what?
At that time, it
So?
wasn't Cleveland. That's
Right,
what's
right,
going on now. But
right.
at that time, it wasn't.
and he was sorry in Cleveland.
Mm.
I mean, but just like Pete Carroll was sorry
Then
with
he
the
went
Jets.
to the Jets and turned around and left.
Yeah, he did suck in the Jets.
So-
Would he last like 2 minutes in the Jets,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he
Parcells
left?
wasn't too happy about that either.
and then he could have been a Cowboy coach.
No, I don't know how that would have worked.
Well, no, because before he left the Jets, Parcells had taken the Cowboy job. Once Parcells left New England, Robert Kraft went over to went over to Belichick. Belichick was coming here with Parcells. and Parcells was going to leave and leave Belichick the
The Jets.
No. Belichick
The Jets.
No. Belichick was coming here after he decided not to go with the Jets. He was going to come here, but then New England, Robert Kraft jumped in because he'd worked with Parcells, and so Kraft went to go get Belichick.
I didn't really think we had a chance. No way.
That was best business decision.
I remember
Kraft.
But yeah, it was.
Yeah, no.
But that you ever see that the Parcells? You ever see that the Bill Parcells? You saw that?
I saw that. It's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Football life.
Yeah, Football Life.
It's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah. It was real good. So he was gonna come here had Kraft not went to go get him. He was coming to Dallas.
I think Bill Parcells, to me, is one of the greatest innovators in NFL history. For me, when you can take franchises from
Nothing
hits.
and make them in the sun. Well, I mean,
but he did it multiple times.
yeah, Bill Walsh
Yeah,
got something to say about that
teams,
too.
too.
Yeah, with multiple
How
teams.
long
He did
was
with
Parcells in the league?
since
How long has he
80.
been in the league?
Since 80.
No, since 70.
The Sims was drafted in
No,
80. 81.
Parcells came in. He was a defensive coordinator with the Giants in 70, 78,
I was just in
79.
my head coaching.
Yeah.
Wow.
If
Well, no,
you
he was-
include that, then
he
it's
was-
way back in the
Yeah,
70s.
he was a coach with the Giants.
21 years.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he actually him and
31.
Bob Knight,
Wait a minute.
went to
wonderful.
school together.
How many years
Oh,
is that?
crazy,
41
crazy,
years?
crazy Bob Knight.
Yeah.
41 years?
Yeah, it's been a while since the 80s.
Goodness.
Yeah, him and
You
Bob
said
Knight
80s or 70s?
since the 70s, 76, 77. He was a offensive. He was a
That's
coordinator.
41,
Yeah, he's been
42 years.
yeah, he's been in for a while. And-
Wow.
and he's got a
Talk
couple.
about longevity.
Yeah, he's got a couple of skins on the wall. But you're right, he only got two. But
His first NFL job was in 79.
79.
As a D coordinator for the
Wow.
Giants.
For the Giants,
So
yeah.
40 years in the league.
and then
That's amazing.
I think Ron Myers, I think, was the coach for the Giants at the time, and he got fired. And then that's how Bill Parcells got his job.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
He became the coach. And then you're right. He takes the Giants from nothing to something because the Giants were sorry for all those years.
He took New England.
He took New England from nothing to something. Yeah, and he took the Jets, and then he came back and turned it around with the Cowboys.
Mm.
With Quincy Carter.
With Quincy Carter, yes. Anytime you can win with Quincy Carter,
How
you're a
do you do
good
that?
coach.
Oh my goodness.
Still one of
Bill
the
Parcells.
Yeah, you're a good coach.
He
Anytime
took
you
the
win,
Cowboys to the place with Quincy
With
Carter.
Quincy Carter, yeah.
Wasn't the running back at the time Troy Hembrick?
No. Yeah, it was.
Sure?
Yeah,
Was that
no.
the running back at the time?
Yeah, it was Troy
I
Hembrick.
have to look
Or
up
was
the
it
roster.
was it Jones?
No, it was Troy Hembrick.
I think
No, it was
before-
Jones. It was Hambrick first, and then Jones.
Because I know he had some
Because-
spaz running back in the
Yeah,
backfield.
because he actually ripped the soul out of Jones.
Mm.
Because Jones went to Seattle and was about nothing.
Parcells and that verbal, he's to me. I love listening to him in interviews.
Yeah.
Bill
Oh yeah.
Parcells.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
He punked the media.
He would punk. He punked everybody. But my Mount Rushmore will probably be. I got Belichick. I'll say Parcells. I'll say Bill Walsh.
And again, I only say Parcells because I think he's the first NFL coach in history to lead 4 different teams to the
To
playoffs.
Yeah.
Think about that.
And
That's a lot of work.
when they was nothing, and when he left them, they became nothing except the Patriots. But the Patriots had his student, which is Belichick. When he left the Jets was about trash.
There was a Giants,
When he left the
Cowboys,
Giants-
Patriots, and the Jets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all 3 of those were trash after he left.
unbelievable.
Although
No, they weren't trash when he left them.
no,
They were trash when he got there.
that was trash when he got there, and then when he left, the Jets trash.
When he left the Jets,
Yeah, when he left the Jets, they
they were trash.
went
Okay.
downhill after
They
that.
fell off a little bit.
Yeah, and
Herm Edwards had them respectable.
Mhm.
yeah, but Herm Edwards was not. Herm Edwards would have been a great coach in the 80s and the 70s when players respected that type of coaching. Herm Edwards in the 90s and the 2000s, these little young kids, they don't respect that type of coaching. That's why Jimmy Johnson couldn't stay with the Cowboys, because his style of coaching, these players, as much money as they making, they ain't taking all that no more. And plus, they changed up the whole dynamic of how often you can practice and everything. You can only practice like 3 times a week. You can only wear pads so many times. So they changed up that type. Herm Edwards' style of coaching was not accepted. But my Mount Rushmore would be I gotta put Landry up there.
That's what I said.
I know. I gotta put Landry
Like,
up there.
why y'all not mentioning Landry? Come on
And
now.
the reason why his tree is pretty good too. You know, he started out coaching the Giants as the defensive coordinator. You know who's offensive coordinator? Vince Lombardi.
Shut your mouth.
Yep, that's why those rivalries was so. That's the Dallas Green Bay rivalries. That's why those are hard rivalries because they knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and actually Tom Landry started out he was a punter for the Giants
Oh wow.
and played defensive back.
Mm.
You know, my little
What about
Goodness.
Joe Gibbs?
Joe Gibbs.
Okay, he took Washington. No, Washington was good in the 70s a little bit because they went to Super Bowl in the 70s.
They went to Super Bowl in the 90s too.
Yeah, they did. They went to Super Bowl.
And won.
They beat Buffalo.
They beat Buffalo.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Buffalo and they beat
One of the four.
They beat Denver.
Yep, that's another Super Bowl he won.
Yeah, so he's got 2.
Mhm.
Well, no, he's got 3 because they beat
The Raiders.
the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got 3 Super Bowl. No, was Joe Gibbs coaching the Buffalo game?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
so he's got 3.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good one there.
Put up the strong case for him. I was like, that's a name we really didn't throw out there much.
Yeah,
you got to think about his body of work.
He's got 10 good years, 10, 12 good years as a coach.
To me, you don't have to be a 18, 20-year head coach. You just
Not anymore.
if you've had a decade of
winning.
excellence
Mhm.
and you have the rings to show for it.
I mean, but his Achilles heel is he went to go racing, and his cars ain't done jack.
Mm.
That don't affect his football.
I know.
That just means he's Michael Jordan.
Mhm.
Yeah. You can't.
Fault the player for being a bad owner.
We don't put Jimmy Johnson nowhere in that mix, do we?
No.
I wish we could.
It was not enough. Not enough time.
He need more skins on the wall.
Yeah.
He left
Not to
early.
say not dismiss his championship pedigree, but he needed more length of time.
Yeah, he needs
Yeah.
time.
All these people we're talking about got some skins
Yeah,
on the
not
wall.
enough body of work for Mr. Jimmy.
I mean, but that would be same as Vince Lombardi. His body of work only lasts like 2 or 3 seasons.
They named the trophy after him.
Yeah, because he won. Because it would have been
and haven't changed it.
No, it
Not
would've
at all.
But they did that because he won the first Super Bowl. It would have been a Hank Scram Super Bowl. They didn't do that because he was so great.
Well,
they
that
did
wouldn't
it
have
because
sounded right at all.
it wouldn't. Yeah, I know. The scramble.
Are
Yeah.
we at
The
a point where
Scram
we should call
Award.
it the Belichick Trophy? Should we change the name
No.
now?
No.
No,
It
they
stays.
need to leave it what it is.
The first is the first. You can't top the
leave
first.
Leave it.
So
Don't-
Lombardi and it
they
sounds
broke, don't fix it.
Belichick don't sound right. The Belichick Trophy.
Because it has a ring to it, Lombardi.
The Lombardi has ring.
does.
Well,
Belichick
see-
sound like we in Bolshevik or something like that.
But see, I wouldn't say it's
It could have been the
only because-
Landry Trophy.
It's only because his name is on the trophy. I mean, the dude did win 5 championships in 7 years.
Yeah, he had 2 Super Bowls.
And these are championships before we started naming them
before
Super Bowls.
Yeah, you had 3 championships and 2 Super Bowls.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's still championships.
yeah, I get that. I
And
get
that's
that.
5 championships in 7
But
years.
we're talking about within the Super Bowl
Professor
era.
Teach.
We're talking about
Yeah.
within the Super Bowl era. Within the Super Bowl era, that's what we're talking about.
No,
But he's
we
still in
didn't
the
say that.
NFL. This is NFL
Well,
football
if he
or
wasn't there-
AFL.
If you want to do that, I would go.
Think about the fact his name is still on trophy today.
No, it's because he's the first. They're not going to take
They
off the
could
first.
easily change the
No,
name.
they're
of
not
that
going to do
trophy.
that. That's why they.
I rest my case.
That's why they're not going to play the game
I
over.
rest my case.
But they're not going to play the game over. They can easily do that.
I still rest my case.
I'm out, children.
Wait,
Where's that challenge flag at?
well, I know.
You said you were gonna bring it.
I mean,
just saying.
but they could easily play the game over, but they're not going to do that.
Play what game on? Also, we're using a partial Skittles
So
bag as a
we're-
challenge.
Red,
flag.
yeah.
It's red.
We're not-
No,
Trash is not a challenge flag.
Oh my
exactly,
God.
exactly. I'm saying the Rams Saints game. They can easily play that game over, but they're not doing it.
Mhm.
So the reason why they named it the Lombardi Trophy because he won the first Super Bowl.
Mhm.
That's the only reason why they named it the Lombardi Trophy.
Mhm.
So you're not gonna because he won the first. You're not gonna take his name off because he won because of that. It's the first.
I
So
know it's the first.
So you,
But it's a lot more than
It was
just
the
the
fourth.
first.
huh?
It was the fourth title, the first in the Super Bowl.
It was the first Super Bowl. He won the first
Mhm.
Super Bowl. That's why they named it the Lombardi Trophy, because he won the first Super Bowl.
Mhm.
I mean, but if you want to talk about titles, we can go back to the coach for the Browns in the 50s and the 40s,
Yeah, but
who won, or the Giants. Who is that? Eubank. Golly, Webb Eubank. Weeb Eubank, who won like 5 or 6 or 7 titles. I mean, if you want to do that, if we want to go there,
Well, he won titles before the Super
before
Bowl
the Super Bowl era, that's
and
when-
during the Super Bowl.
but no, he only won 2 titles during the Super Bowl eras.
Only 2.
I
I mean, we act like that's easy.
I don't know. Talk to Bill. Belichick think it is.
Well, that's him. He's an exception to the rule.
I mean, Tom Landry won 2. Jimmy Johnson won 3.
But how long did they coach?
They
Now, Jimmy, he only won 2.
He only won. Shoot. Who is your boy? Mike Tomlin. He's got 2.
He does. He's a good coach.
Yeah. Dan Reeves got 2. Dan Reeves.
Dan Reeves. Oh man, I
I'm
forgot
looking
about
at his
that.
resume. Lombardi, 2-time NFL Coach of the Year, a 6-time NFL champion, 6 in a Hall of Fame for the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame and the Redskins Hall of Fame.
I don't know why the Redskins get there.
His won-loss record is 96-30.
Yep. That's a drop the mic moment right there. That puts that argument to bed.
Yeah. Okay.
For a winning percentage of 77%.
He's
And don't forget, the man passed away in 70, so it wasn't like
He passed
he
away
had
in
the opportunity to keep coaching.
Did he
the league.
pass away in 70 or 71?
It's 70. It's
Okay.
September 3rd of 70. He was only 57. Now think about that. 6 championships before 60.
Yeah.
You gotta do better, Cedric. Come on, man.
Let me get my Wikipedia and put some numbers together.
Nothing wrong with facts.
Yeah,
Facts
no,
end
no.
all debates.
77% winning percentage, playoff record 9-1.
Who's got the best winning percentage out of coaches?
Overall record 105-30.
You got me on that right there. That's
But
twice.
you don't understand why his name's on the trophy.
Well,
Other than he won the first 2 Super Bowls. It's something behind that, though. That's
well,
what
they
you
would have
don't
put it.
understand.
They would have put it. Had he lost the Super Bowl, they wouldn't have put his name on the trophy.
I wouldn't say that.
Had he
You
lost-
passing judgment now.
Had he, watch it. Yeah.
You passing judgment now.
Had he not won a Super Bowl, they would have not have put his name
I
on.
don't know about that.
We'll never know.
It'd have been a scram Super Bowl.
We'll never know.
A scram.
This dude didn't have the length that he talking about, skins on the wall, but my God. I mean, in the time that he coached,
Yeah, I mean, but in that time, who were your teams at that time? You had the Cleveland Browns.
Why
Which
does
We
that even
can't do
matter?
that. We can't do that
Which-
because
which-
we
why
won't,
does that
we won't
matter?
Top
take
team.
away Boston's championships back in their era when they won all those titles in the row with the Celtics. We can't go there.
I'm trying to make
Well,
an
Not gonna have that
I'm
argument.
trying to
Cedric
make
don't
my
like to
argument.
lose.
I'm trying to make my argument.
Sometimes we on a radio show, no Shelley, a no him, a no Dante. It's just me and him.
I'm trying to make my argument.
And we up for do this. We do this every time.
I'm trying to make my argument because he ain't. I
But
get you.
the whole reason why Professor has the name that he
Oh
has.
my God.
Come on now.
No, I hear that. I hear that.
He goes off of memory. He goes off of research. He just be digging and
That's
digging.
all I know. Research.
Yeah,
Well, I got a good memory.
you do
You
have a
do.
good
You're
memory.
just
do.
wrong in this scenario.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
So your Mount Rushmore is Lombardi over Landry.
He's got to be up there.
Well, Rushmore is 4 or 5.
It's 4.
That's
It's
4.
4. How many is
It's
Rushmore?
5.
It's 4.
It's
Four.
4.
Is it?
Oh,
It's
Wait a
4.
minute. Let me go look. Let me make sure.
Mount
I
Rushmore.
might be.
I think it's
So if it's
4.
5, we're good. I think it's 4.
I think it's 4.
If it's
Yeah.
4,
This is 4. It's got to be.
Landry can't make it, man.
And Landry, man.
Yes, he can.
Can't make it.
Make
Landry.
it. Let him make it. Let him make it, Coach.
So your
Landry.
Rushmore is Belichick,
Yes.
Parcells.
Yes.
What about Walsh? See, and yeah. Let's argue that point of Walsh, Bill Walsh.
Walsh. Oh, man. Walsh.
Let's he's got 4 rings.
Walsh has to be up there.
He's the innovator while the offense
Walsh
is the
has
way it
to be
is
up there.
today.
He is why
Belichick, Walsh,
Brett
Lombardi.
Favre is where he is.
Well, it's beyond Brett Favre.
Well, no, because
I'm talking about
because
other OCs.
Green Bay ran the
Other
offense.
offensive coordinators, North Turner.
No, North Turner comes under
The OC
Dallas.
for the Chargers back in the 80s. I can't
Sherman.
remember his name. No.
For the Chargers.
Yes. Up under Dan Fouts.
Oh no! He wasn't a part of Zimmer, not Zimmerman, but Eric Carrillo, Don Carrillo. Don Carrillo wasn't part of that.
So he wasn't a part of
He wasn't a part
Walsh's
of that.
Then offense,
No. Don Carrillo, Eric Carrillo was not a part of Walsh's tree.
Okay.
Eric Carrillo was a head coach when Walsh was a head coach. They was with the Chargers. Dan Fouts and all that. Eric Carrillo was part of Norm Brown, the Cleveland's tree.
So,
but Walsh has Andy Reid.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Walsh has got Andy Reid, Mike McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Who else he's got?
West Coast folks.
Yeah, all those West Coast. But because of Walsh, you get a Brett Favre because Brett Favre ran that West Coast offense.
Walsh has to be up there. He has
because he's got 4.
Yep, he has to be on there. I mean, that's
actually he only has 3.
Still
because George Seifert has the 4th. So he only has 3.
Okay, Seifert's
Seifert ain't there.
I mean,
Seifert is not there.
No.
Seifert is not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. But what about Chuck Noll? See, Chuck Noll's got 4. In the age where in those 70s, I 70s teams would kill these teams right now. Those 70 teams would murder these teams right now.
Yeah, but
not with the current rules.
Well, with the rules, all of them have fines.
Yeah, buddy, they can't do it with the rules.
The whole team. Jack Tatum would be fine. He just don't get on the field.
Right.
Because as soon as you step on the field, we're gonna find you.
That's it. Yeah.
But Jack Tatum is the only person that hit that paralyzed a guy on the field, Darryl Stingley, and it was a clean hit. He's the only player that I've ever seen hit Earl Campbell one-on-one. And Earl Campbell went down and was shaking his head when he finished. But so what about those? What about Chuck Noll?
I'll let Professor argue with you on that because I got my 4, and I'm not. There's no compelling argument that's gonna make me change it.
All right,
it is.
On my end.
Right.
Okay. So your 4 is who do I take down off of your 4? You got Bill Walsh, Parcells. I think I'm gonna leave him there. Belichick, we've already decided that, and then you got Lombardi.
Yes.
You know, we done got completely off the subject
because it was boring. Because that game was boring.
It's like, was that the worst Super Bowl in NFL history? Was the question.
We got to find something else. The game was boring.
The game may have been boring. I don't think it was the worst game ever. I think we get caught up in wanting to see a lot of high flying offenses.
No,
I'm old school. I like defense. I'm a fan of defense.
The Washington game. The Washington was boring too. Miami Washington game. That Super Bowl was boring.
Because if we're gonna call, the 49er game, Denver game we brought up a week ago, that was real boring.
Yeah, that was a blowout.
Because it was hard to watch. Because you're just sitting here like, that's the best team in the AFC.
In the AFC, but no. I
thought they were gonna run the score up on them.
Or Chicago, New England.
New England. That's another one. Because even blowouts can be boring.
Yeah, because
the
Chicago,
if they run the score up, that's what I thought it was going to be boring anyway. Because I thought they were going to get at least 60 points.
But the Chicago New England one, I didn't think New England should have been a Tony Esiason.
It happens. Flukes happen.
Yeah, even the San Francisco San Diego.
With Stan Humphries was the
right.
Come on, man. That clown.
Well, switching gears, the next question for the next segment of part of the show. Is the NBA.
Yes.
You got on here, grade the Mavs trade, the Luka Doncic All-Star snub.
So when I got to thinking about this one, I'm gonna start with the Luka All-Star snub. We had discussed a week ago about him not being a starter and then get snubbed on that end because the fan voting. And
then we thought he was going to at least become an all-star.
I was wrong on that.
I said that. Thought it was a no-brainer. I was in agreement.
Yeah, we all thought he was going to be.
Too.
Yeah.
And then when the reserves came out and I saw he wasn't an all-star, I got to looking at the list and like, okay, who would I have taken off? And the name I came up with, I posted in our little group, was Russell Westbrook.
Right.
Because I think Westbrook is having his worst year
Very quiet
as a pro.
season.
Yeah,
Now,
Yeah.
I understand he has his triple doubles, and he's going to have his triple doubles because the way he plays.
but they only put him
not,
in.
It's not efficient.
Right, they only put him in because of his name.
And he's not even the best player on his team right now.
No.
Paul George is playing out of his mind right now. So I just thought Westbrook, I think by popularity in his name.
That's why they got him in.
Similar to the Eastern Conference, Kyle Lowry's in there, and Kyle Lowry's having a terrible season. I don't know where they found a spot for him on that
Man, I
All-Star
got to
team.
brush up on my NBA.
Right, but yeah, so that's
and-
why I would have removed.
And then the fact that they wound up putting in Dirk and Dwayne Wade.
I like that.
I like that.
I like the
move.
Dirk thing because I guess both of them are retiring this year. aren't they?
Yep.
So
That's
you
what
put 'em
we're
in.
assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you put him in. Okay, I can
I
get that.
definitely can see that.
I can get that.
I don't have
But-
a problem
but I don't-
having
I
a
don't-
special place for two legends.
Yeah, I think they was wrong when they left Luka Doncic out.
I don't disagree.
I think they was extremely wrong.
I thought he was a no-brainer.
But it's the name. He didn't have that name yet.
When it just shows how deep the Western Conference is.
Yeah,
And
because you can go along. You can go a couple more players.
it's really hard to. I mean, you're not going to leave Jokic off. I mean,
I was going to just
the
ask
Denver
you who
Nuggets.
got picked.
the Denver Nuggets. I mean,
Mhm.
they're second. They're second in the Western,
In the Western
Conference.
Conference.
Yeah, yeah.
They have to have a representative.
You got to have a representative. on
I
that.
mean,
Where's the All-Star game this year?
Where is it being played this year?
I don't know.
think-
I thought-
It's in Phoenix.
Oh, nice.
I think.
Go see my grandbaby.
Not 100% certain on that, where it's being played. But I really do believe that Luka, I think he didn't get in just because they put people in there who were just, I think they just give Golden State the benefit of the doubt. and
Right.
just put
So you
three
gonna put some people in there? Yeah.
They just put 3 people in for them every year.
Right.
If it wasn't Klay
It's a given.
Thompson, it would have been Draymond Green.
It's in Charlotte.
Yeah, no, it's in Charlotte. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Michael Jordan's
Okay.
place. Okay.
Oh, perfect for him.
So you know, yeah.
He ain't got to go
So
far. huh?
I mean, Luka's he's just in the wrong conference. If he was in the East, he'd probably
He'd probably been there
started.
hands down, and then he'll get in next year. He'll get in. I mean, he's got star power right now.
Mhm.
You hope, because if Kawhi Leonard ends up in the Western Conference next
Yeah,
He's
season,
gonna make
Oh
it even
my
harder.
it's gonna
Yeah,
make it
he's-
even more difficult for him.
Yeah, but I
Wow.
think he'll still get in though.
Okay?
He may go reserve or something like that. He'll get in. We thought he was gonna get in now, didn't we?
Because what happens is you get a star like that to come to the West, then you're pushing a starter out, or you're eliminating a reserve that's
Right,
already
right.
in there. Because Kawhi Leonard,
Unless the All-Star goes to the East through a trade.
right?
Yeah,
Anthony Davis.
right. Anthony going to L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want that bad, don't you? You want that so bad, don't you?
Not for what they're trying
Not
to get.
they want to,
No.
not when they're giving up too.
Exactly. So
Yeah. Because aren't they trying to get rid of Lonzo Ball
yeah,
and that whole thing?
yeah, that's a whole nother story. But yeah,
Too
I'm
much
irritated
drama.
by that.
Yeah.
But then, go ahead.
I was going to go to the next question about
Yes,
the trade,
go ahead.
the grades on the trade. First of all, I applaud the Mavericks for jumping up there and went to go do that. You know, although he might not play this year, but we're not playing for this year.
No,
We're playing for a future, and we're building. First, we thought we only got Luka Doncic, and then now we've got this. I can't even pronounce his name.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Kristaps
Look
Porzingis.
at that. Look at
Porzingis.
that.
Yeah, and then the only thing about this trade that was kind of funny to me is, and you say it was okay, is when they got rid of DeAndre Jordan.
That's fine.
I was like, well, but now I mean, he controls that middle.
But he was a 1-year rental.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
know
he
that. I
was.
know that you had to dump the contract anyway. He was going to dump his anyway, so you go ahead and dump it now.
Mm-hmm. Why you can?
Yeah, and then do you find somebody else for the middle?
You're gonna have to.
You gonna have
But
to, yeah.
not really, because what is his name? Kleber? I don't want to make sure I say
Maxi
Max
Kleber.
Cleveland, yeah.
it. You know, I'm telling you, this guy right here, he's pretty good in the paint.
He's a lot better
he
than I thought
blocks
he
a
was.
lot of shots. He's not afraid. He will go after everything. He will contest everything. So I don't know if he's a 40, 35-minute player, but
Is
he's
he
definitely somebody.
is he a DJ Binga? Remember Binga?
No,
Let's
he's
not go there, okay?
Hey, let me tell you something. DJ Baker
Binga
got
was
a ring.
Yeah.
He got a ring on his finger.
Yeah,
While you
and,
talking?
and Binga actually was good when he was in.
No.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he used to contest some shots.
He have a moment here.
He
and
has a couple of
there.
moments.
A moment, DJ Banger. I like that name though,
Yeah.
DJ Banger. I like the only thing I don't like about the trade. I understand why they did it, but they took Tim Hardaway Jr.'s contract in return, and I don't know if you guys remember he signed a $70 million.
I know they left money and they brought back money back
Well,
on.
you have to do that if you're trying to get a player of Porzingis' stature,
right.
and they had to give up DeAndre Jordan because that money comes off the books and allows the Knicks to have more room to try to go after a KD or a Kyrie Irving.
Mhm.
But if they could have figured out a way to avoid taking on that Tim Hardaway Jr. contract, that would have been good because they're stuck with him. I don't know anybody else who would trade for that contract. I wouldn't. And so, but you have to do it. And you got rid of Wesley Matthews again.
Right.
More money the Knicks get to have free,
Uh-huh.
and you had to take on money.
But we had already talked about you having to get rid of him anyway, right?
Yeah, he's
For the longest.
Yeah. They held on him too long, didn't they?
Yeah, he was terrible in his debut.
Yeah, I know. Do you still? What do you do?
Nothing. Like 1 for 8 or something.
So the Mavericks actually play tomorrow.
Mhm.
They'll play with Hardaway and who else? They take
Trey
on?
Burke.
Trey Burke. Yeah. Does this stifle? I mean, I know Luka Doncic is going to be happy for next year, but this guy wants to win,
Right.
and
Don't they all, though?
No, but he gets visibly upset when they lose.
He's a competitor.
I mean, so what do you think it does? Because I think with the trade, it makes the Mavericks better for next year.
Mhm.
It makes the Mavericks worse for this year.
Right.
Which is fine.
Huh? But what does it do to a young man?
Well, first of all, I don't think it makes them worse for this year because Dennis Smith Jr. has been hurt a lot. Wesley Matthews has been a liability. DeAndre Jordan, I mean, like I just mentioned, Kleber, I mean, he's fine. I mean, he won't rebound like Jordan, but he can definitely block shots.
15 boards a game.
Right. And so
DJ.
And so now
This
DJ,
year.
who's
DeAndre Jordan, right?
Mhm.
We give that up.
That was an average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we give that up.
lose that.
Yeah,
That's okay because Dennis Smith Jr. was kind of ball dominant. So now you can really allow Luka to do his thing. And I think they'll be the same, if not a smidgen better. I don't know if it'll translate in wins, but I like it. I don't think it'll hurt them.
well, I like it for the future. I mean, but like I said, we're not playing for the now. We're actually playing for the future. We're not going to playoffs this year.
No, but nobody thought they
And
were when the
yeah,
year
yeah.
started.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. So it's like, okay, let's get better. I like the trade overall because of what it brings. And now you have 2 cornerstones you build off of, and the two like his position is a hard position to bring on anyway. So you got him, Chris.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Porzingis,
both of y'all to go ahead and
Please don't
don't
rely on
even
him.
let him
So
try.
when I get ready to say his name, I'm just gonna raise my hand, right?
Right. Just say the one that
just-
starts with a K or C or
So
whatever it is.
so KP, because
There you go. There you
yeah.
go.
Start calling you BB.
Porzingis.
Of course, yeah. So you got KP. His position is really hard to find. You know, it's not a lot of there's not a lot of good players that can play that position he plays. And he plays what he's averaging 22, 23 points a game.
It's 22.1.
He's
Yeah.
he's very young.
Mm-hmm. And that's what,
He's
24, 23.
Mhm.
And so you got them two for the long haul.
Well, not yet. He still has to sign.
Well,
it.
he said he was
I know
signing.
he said he would.
Yeah, he said he'll sign a
But
summer
we
contract.
Still has to do it.
Make sure we cross the bridge first.
Right. He still has to do it.
Yeah. Mark Cuban will pay him.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing though. Okay,
Mark
you have
Cuban
your
pays.
2 pieces. What do you do?
What do you do
moving
around
forward?
it?
Because
Yeah.
your money is about to be tied up, and you still have, my man Harrison Barnes,
Harrison Barnes, yeah.
who's still on your books for a big contract. I think next year might be his final year.
Mhm.
So now you have to put pieces around defensive pieces
Right,
around them
right.
because you're not going to be great defensively with those who.
And you're not
on
going to
the
keep
court.
Tim Hardaway.
Well, you don't have a choice.
You have to keep him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who will take that contract off your hands.
Jalen Brunson.
So I don't
Jalen
know how
Brunson,
they're
yeah.
going to get rid of him, Hardaway.
I really like him as a point guard.
So do I.
I mean, I hope they give him a chance. I mean, he's not DSJ, but at the same time, he's a great point guard for.
But he's
Luka.
not selfish either.
He's a fit for like Professor.
He's a
says,
fit for
good
Luka's
fit for
game.
Luka's
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
Right,
he's
I
not
like him,
and he's
that was
not
a good draft fit.
he's not selfish either. He's I'll do what needs to be done.
I don't know if DSJ is selfish. It's just that he.
No, he came in. Remember when they drafted him, they thought he was going to be it. So he came in thinking I'm it. Then Luka comes in and no, you're really not it. Luka is it.
Well, he got unfair comparisons. They were comparing him to Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I
That
give you
was
that.
just not
Yeah,
fair. Because I didn't see that when he was in college.
I didn't either.
And I sure as heck didn't see.
And his game kind of fell off too as he kept going. I mean, when he came in, he looked explosive. Now his game just kind of
Injuries.
docile down, and and you become you get back down to earth.
Yeah, the NBA is a big fat reality check.
Yeah,
that's what the NBA is.
and it reality checked them.
So what you do in college, that doesn't always translate.
No, well, that's in any sport though.
Yeah, that's in any sport. So
Whatever you do in college, that's why we talk about the Zion Williams.
the bust.
Yeah,
For every great player, there's a bust, and for every player that you didn't think would be any good,
It's
they
great.
turn into a good player.
Correct.
Happens all the time.
I lied, Tony Andrew.
Y'all was coming up with these lame names, man.
Tony Mandrick, remember he was.
Oh, you gotta do better, man.
You remember him?
Next time I'm gonna hear UA Blob. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I could have gone there too. UA
He goes in one trend direction, you bring it right back
I
down.
just don't know how he does it. The memory,
It's definitely a skill. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's a skill.
But y'all remember Tony Mandrick, right?
Yeah, we remember him.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Was he?
Yes, he was called the Incredible Hulk.
What he number
He
2
was
overall?
drafted number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Aikman was number one.
Mhm.
He was number 2. Barry Sanders was number 3.
Mhm.
That's
Green Bay could have
crazy.
had Barry Sanders.
Cowboys could have had Barry Sanders.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We
who you
would
want?
never know who
who-
Emmitt Smith was.
Oh, you sure wouldn't have. But who do you want? Troy Aikman or Barry Sanders? You needed a quarterback.
At that time,
You needed a quarterback because Danny White was the
I
quarterback.
still would have picked Troy Aikman.
Yes.
Hands down.
yes.
Yeah.
As good as Barry Sanders is,
With
Troy
his hate
Aikman.
self.
And you know who went for? Deion
Yeah,
Sanders.
Sanders. Yep. I
Prime
still would have
time.
picked Troy Aikman.
Yeah, that draft was off.
You bought
chain.
the
You bought the
you
franchise.
bought the franchise. You starting over. That's
you-
one of the
you
first
get your
things you
cornerstone
do is
quarterback.
get your franchise quarterback, and then you work for
Troy Aikman, and we already had Michael Irvin because they picked
Yeah.
him a year before.
88.
Yep.
Mhm.
And you know who they picked after Troy Aikman? Daryl Johnston.
Yeah. So
So they
Aikman all day.
yeah.
Mhm.
Although Barry Sanders, go ahead.
But I was going to ask him. So, what was your grade for the trade?
The Porzingis trade,
Yes.
I think it was a A minus,
Mm.
and it's not an A plus because I thought about the Hardaway contract when he got here. I'm like, are we eating that?
Right.
I'm like,
Well, you had to though. I'm gonna give it a A minus, and the reason why I'm gonna give it an A minus because we're still not sure because he's got ACL problems,
Mhm.
so we're still not sure is he going to be totally healed for next year and ready to go.
He should be because he tore his ACL February 2018. He's coming back October of 20.
Yeah, but it's hard to come back from an
Well,
ACL.
he's ready to
Oh,
play
so
now.
this year.
so
They're
he
just not
could,
gonna
but
play
they're
him.
not going to play him now.
Right.
But he's making sure he's going to be right too.
Yeah,
Right.
Right. That's right.
So I mean, but the jury's still out though
Mhm.
On what?
on his ACL. They say he can play,
Oh, he'll be fine.
but you know,
I'm not worried about
his
that.
game doesn't rely on athleticism.
just
His size,
just stand there and shoot
his size is what's the
because he
what's the
can
problem.
shoot. He can shoot lights out though.
He's 7'3".
Yeah.
7'3".
And he can hit a 3-pointer like nobody's business.
He can. He
And
has some-
now, is this going to turn? Are the Mavericks going to turn to this Don Nelson 3-point team?
well, the whole NBA is trying to do that. Everybody
Mhm.
plays fast. Everybody shoots threes.
Yeah,
It's just
I mean, but
not many teams shoot threes efficiently outside of Golden State
yeah, outside Steph Curry and Klay
Right.
Thompson
and Kevin Durant.
and Kevin Durant. Yeah,
Mhm.
well, okay, outside of Golden State.
Right.
Right.
I gave the trade a B plus because I don't like eating Tim Hardaway or giving up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, that's the other thing
I
too.
only like giving them because he doesn't complete your team. And now your next 2 seasons, you're going to have to rely on great scouting, obviously, and see if you can find a couple of steals in the second round.
Yeah, the
See if you
problem.
can stumble up on some gold.
Yeah, the problem with the Mavericks, number one, they don't draft good. I mean, you got 2, DJ, he's gone, and you got Luka, so you got just really 1. So they don't really draft that great at all, you know. And no free agents really want to come to Dallas.
And because of that, you may put yourself in a situation where you didn't have a choice but to do what you did to get Porzingis
That's
here.
right.
You can't get big name free agents here, let alone you tell me what African American marquee NBA player has came here to Dallas.
None.
Thank you.
None. I mean,
And
unless
because
you,
of the
unless you want to
history-
say DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, he's past his prime though.
Yeah. I mean,
I agree with him.
yeah, I agree too. I mean, what do we have?
At one time,
Eric Dampier in his contract year.
that doesn't count either.
So
doesn't count either.
So you go with these old
Sharman
No,
tissue
you-
paper behind Eric Dampier. Get him out of here.
he can't jump,
sugar
can't,
sauce.
yeah, can't catch.
Heck, yeah, there.
But because your inability to
I
land
still
free
owe him
agents
$5
here,
though.
because your inability to land free agents here, and basically you
can't-
have to go through the draft and
But-
you have
but
to
you-
make trades.
But you can't draft.
I'm not gonna say they can't draft because DSJ is not a bum. I can't say you can't draft because you just drafted Luka Doncic.
That's your one. I give you that
The
one.
past 2 years has been nice.
I give you, but now you get rid of your last year's draft choice.
For a potential superstar.
I get that, but then what happened the year before that? That's all.
So he had value
yeah.
because he got you Porzingis.
But what did you do before that though? See, if all we can do, if Mavericks been in the league since 1980, and all we got is 2 draft choices that we can talk about.
Dirk.
Okay, Dirk, you got Dirk, and that's it.
It looks
Before,
that way
before that, you had the
because
3 J's.
the Nelsons
But in the Mark
brought
Cuban,
free agents here for years just to build a championship team that way. Let's not forget that.
yeah, because they
Let's not
Antoine
forget
Walker, Nick Van Exel, all the
Yes.
people they brought in over the years.
Tyson Chandler,
Tyson Chandler.
Like, I
Jason
give
Kidd the
Tyson-
second time
Jason-
around.
well, Jason was gonna always come back. I believe he was gonna always come back. So I mean, you drafted him. You got
Sean
3
Marion,
J's. Sean
Peja
Marion.
Stojakovic.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
okay.
how you built your championship team. It
Well,
was-
they
you
better
kept trading your
well,
picks.
I don't know what this class of clowns they got now. Where these people come from?
They have a solid
Well.
team, man. They're young. I think we got to remind her how young the Mavericks are. Outside of Dirk, I mean, this in Berea, this is a pretty young team overall. Their core is young, so
Yeah,
they'll be fine.
Their core are bench players. We need some marquee starters.
No, they're not. Doncic's not a bench player. Harrison Barnes not a bench player.
Their core-
Porzingis not going to be a bench player.
Well, no, Porzingis. I know. Did I say it right? Porzingis.
Porzingis. Yes.
Porzingis. I said it right. Look at that.
Mm.
KP. I get
Say
that.
his
That's
first name.
better for you. Just say KP.
KP. I get that. Let's do this right here. So we got that out the way. You give him a B, a B plus.
Mhm.
You get an
A
A minus.
minus.
I just do a regular A.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
I'll go with coach.
Have a hard time finding a ride home tonight.
I don't know
Uh-oh.
why it's my car.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Double
Don't
uh-oh.
start.
Scratch that.
Thank you.
Act like I didn't say nothing. All right, so we got 10 minutes.
Mhm.
You want to do some final thoughts? Let's go around the
Final
room.
thoughts?
Let's start with you.
Start with me.
Security. Yeah.
I'm sleepy. No. Final thoughts. We had a great show. I'm going to miss the football season.
Oh, my
I'm going to brush up on NBA since we're going to be talking about that more. Because I really, we used to watch NBA together all the time, and
I'm gonna watch
I just got
reruns.
so busy. Yeah, reruns. Oh yeah, we do that. We watch a Football Life and all those things during when football season is out. But I do want to get back into the NBA, so I'm going to be looking at that. And I'm ready for March Madness.
Yes.
I'm so ready for that. I can't wait till you get the picks up so we can do that.
Who will be the lucky one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
March
And then
Madness.
next week's topic is by the coach. You find out your spouse can't give you kids and you don't believe in adoption. How do you handle the situation?
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Cheating in the next room.
Yeah, that one's gonna.
you need
that
to
one's
take
gonna
that
be
song
interesting.
out of your vocabulary.
You just
Please.
asking for it.
I'm
Just
telling you, I'm
asking
like,
for it.
really, dude?
That's gonna be interesting. Where'd you get that one from?
It just popped in my head.
Oh,
It
really?
did. Yeah, it just popped. I've been thinking about
Ah.
a good he say she say for
That's a
like 3
good one
weeks
right there.
now, and then that one popped in my head. So, ooh, I got one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
let me put it over here.
So I go, let me type it
Put
now.
it in the pile.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a good one right there. All right, Professor.
I guess piggybacking off of that, no more NFL. And normally when I say that, it's time for the WNBA for me.
Oh, WNBA.
Wings.
And the headliners, I think we all already know what Liz Cambage has decided to do. She notified her agent 3 weeks ago that she wants out of Dallas.
Really?
She has requested a trade. In the Wings, they have re-signed Gloria Johnson, Kayla Thornton, and Kayla George. So at least they had those 3 players. And then we got Brian Adler, who came from the Sparks. Skylar Diggins is pregnant.
Right.
She's gone. Yeah.
So
Man,
when you look at that,
That's my daddy's girl. He said, I'm coming down there to see Skylar.
I think Cambage's decision was based upon Skylar's current pregnancy and the fact that her head coach is not there anymore.
Right.
Fred Williams was the reason why Cambage came to Dallas.
Exactly.
When Cambage was first drafted by the Tulsa Shock, he was the head coach then.
So
all she knows is
it's Fred Williams.
Fred Williams.
Well, the Sparks, we can find a place for.
Well,
no, y'all can't.
That's where Fred Williams is at.
All those Sparks are really tall. That's why it was kind of surprising when Odyssey went, because all those girls were like 6 foot something.
And she's short,
and she's like 5'9". She wasn't tall at all. So it was shocking when she went to the Sparks.
And talking to Fred Williams, he was telling me he was very humble and grateful for the opportunity. He was just excited about coaching down there in LA as an assistant behind, I think, Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher, yeah.
So, and that's going to be an interesting story, is him replacing the shoes that just left there that came here.
Yeah.
So because Agler has some skins on the wall.
That's why she's here.
That's going to be interesting. And then of course, if Cambage goes to the Sparks, the question is, we talked about who they going to give up.
Right.
Cambage is going to
Candace Parker.
No.
Tell you that right
Cambage is expensive. So you rest assured.
Odyssey coming back to Dallas.
That's all I was gonna say. They're gonna give Odyssey up before they give anybody else
coming
up.
back to Dallas.
Now, if that happened, man,
that would be terrible. They'd be wrong for that.
That couldn't happen because her and Skylar didn't get along.
If I see that happening, it's because Fred Williams is not coaching the Wings.
Right. Well, yeah.
But he's going to the team where she's still at.
Yeah.
Right.
So I didn't talk to him about that, but we'll see how that works.
When is he heading out there? We need to talk to him.
He's probably
out there now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When I did talk to Fred a while back, he had decided to make his home here.
Yeah.
This is before.
He
decided to go be assistant to the Sparks.
Well, remember
his wife said she loves it here.
Remember they was in Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're here now.
Yeah.
So he's just going there to coach.
But she goes back and forth to Atlanta, so that's gonna be a good stretch for her, for Bo.
Yeah. Well, that's my final thoughts.
All right,
Coach.
I like everybody else, disappointed football season's over, but excited. Y'all laugh at me, but that's okay. Catchers and pitchers will be reporting soon for my Texas Rangers.
Yep, spring training.
I am a baseball fan. I do watch quite a bit of Ranger games. So,
looking forward to that new stadium.
I am. Yes.
So we're gonna change it from college roundup to Texas Rangers.
College, I'll stay with some college as well. We can
dibble
that
one.
in there. Also excited about Friday. Going to that event. Who's who? Looking forward to that. I won't wear my suede shoes. Everybody, my blue suede shoes.
God.
Everybody calling me out.
I like them.
Okay, I'm going,
Those are
James.
nice.
I'll be there, James.
They're gonna be black and gold suede.
Oh, see, I ain't going.
But I look forward to next week, like always.
Yes.
Awesome.
Final thoughts. Be sure to download the app. The app is getting better and better as we continue to move forward. We should be certified with Apple this week.
Yes.
So we can download the app on Apple. It's good. We're putting a lot of things together. Like I need to get with each one of y'all because we can book talent. So if someone wants to bring Coach out, they can book us through the app.
Okay.
So everybody's gonna have their own little thing going on. You can find all the shows. I'd like to thank Cedric for the videos that he's put up.
It's fantastic.
Yes, check the YouTube. Check out the YouTube.
Yes,
sir.
And in the new intro, it's gonna blow your mind. The new intro is gonna be real nice. I like to thank James. He keeps me on point.
What's the name?
Quest.
Quest.
There we go.
We gotta find a name for Sid.
Huh? Nice little Sid.
He need a little bench
No, his
warmer.
name-
Little bitch woman.
His name should be the Matrix.
There
He
you
needs his
go.
own name. You know, his
Matrix.
grandfather calls him
Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Okay.
Scorsese
Yeah. So
in the house.
James, Quest.
Quest.
I gotta get these names. KP puts me on. No, Quest keeps me on point. So we got a lot of things going on. We're getting the office kind of built out and everything. So we look forward to having girlfriend talk back on the show.
The 19th.
The 19th. They caught the flu that
Under the weather there.
Yeah, Lewis threw instead of letting it go, he threw them.
Tossed it away.
Tossed it to them, and somebody caught it. So
y'all keep that stuff to yourself.
I'm good.
Look forward to having them back on the 19th, and then will the 19th be the last for them here, and then we move to the office. To be determined.
We got
TBD.
the So we got the who's who this week.
Yeah, the who's who this week. The bowling.
Marriage champs.
Yeah, marriage champs this week also.
It's called Cupid Strikes.
Yeah. So we got a lot going on.
Yes.
They have 20 couples with that event, and
wow.
Sidney Moncrief and his wife will be there. Dante and Renetta Wesley will be there as well. So she's got 5 slots left.
What time is it?
I think it's at 7. It's in Grapevine.
7 in Grapevine on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Ooh, that's gonna be tight for you, man.
I have to be there right at 7.
No. It's bowling.
You can come over at 7. You can come 7 to 5.
If you can make it, great.
So
But
put-
just
put
let
me
her know
down.
so she can put you
Yeah,
on the
put me down.
list. Okay.
You can
Put
come
me down.
7:15.
Put me down. I'll be there.
So you're gonna be like the after party, just come late.
Probably. I'm
I'm
not a good bowler anyway. I'm not gonna have all y'all laughing at me.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Wait a minute. Didn't you come out with us for that?
Yeah,
moment?
you're right
And
about
he
that.
put you
Yeah.
on the other team.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, we remember that.
Put me on that other team.
Yeah.
Bench woman was strategic. All these people over here, I
Yeah,
don't
he
know
knew
if
what
they
he
can
was
roll.
doing.
I ain't never seen
Yeah, I ain't seen
Martez
him bowl. So
bowl.
I'm gonna put him on this side.
It's funny how y'all figured that out. I say, wait, why are we all over here and y'all over?
Yeah. He's like the strong bowlers on this side.
All right, so this has been 411 Sports Talk Radio. I'd like to thank the after party for coming out.
Yes,
Remember, the
thanks for
event
coming
is
Thursday.
Thursday from 7 to 9.
5 o'clock.
It's unapologetic talk, conversation, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Uncut.
Uncut. Yeah, they need to have another thing after ugly.
No, that's it.
The
It's show
good,
enough
The
ugly.
good, the bad, the ugly, and just duh.
No, that's good.
No, that's good.
Sometimes
Show enough
You
ugly.
don't want to do too much. That's perfect.
Right.
Good, the bad, the ugly, and just duh.
Mm-mm. No, I'm saying you got to say show enough,
Show enough
ugly
ugly.
before the ugly.
All right.
That's what you do.
All right, this has been 411 Sports Talk Radio, 4radionetwork.com. We are out.
Let's roll.
Peace.
Peace out.
I got to do it. Okay. Ride with the